2, 1. All right, I believe we are officially live. Good afternoon, or good evening, I should say. Happy Friday to all. Coming off a great night. Last night, Toast won the show with plus 1.42 units, I think he had. I was just over 0. Beaver was down 2 units. But the VIP, wow, plus 3.7 units from the VIP ticket. So great night for those of you that have the Sauce Network app downloaded. Tonight we got a loaded one, as we always do. Tuesdays and Friday nights are the best in baseball. They kind of remind me of the Wednesday and Fridays in NBA season. It's just, you know, it's going to be loaded. You know you're going to place 20 bets. So we have a ton of games to get to. So real quick, before we do either of you have anything you'd like to say before we get started?
No, we're good to go.
That cancellation yesterday screwed me royally. Bad.
Yeah, if we got that Washington plus 1.5, oh man, that would have been nice. We had to take a push on that, even though the score was 5-4. That hurts. Definitely hurts.
That's
and I'll say hand up. I was dumb in betting the Giants yesterday. Yeah, I should have just bet the Dodgers. God, I felt stupid for that one. But you live and you learn.
You live and you learn is correct. So let's dive in. First game. Beaver already has it on the screen. Pirates at Baltimore. And I'll start us off here. Scroll up in my notes. So, Beaver, I got 3 bets in this one. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, let's hear it.
Pittsburgh, first 5 money line, plus 124, half unit. Baltimore, first 5, team total, under 2.5, at minus 125, half unit. Baltimore, team total under 4.5 at minus 115 for another half unit. Did you get all that? Put it live on the screen so they can see it.
Yes, please.
There we go. And that is correct. Okay, so I love this pitching matchup here with Mitch Keller against Dean Kramer. I think it's Kramer. Anyway, Mr. Kramer finished the month of July with a 6.94 ERA. Holy shit. Dude is getting absolutely shelled. He might as well be throwing volleyballs across the plate right now. I'm not saying the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup is going to come out and light this dude up like, say, the Yankees did. But I really think that they're going to grab 2 or 3 runs in the first 5 here off of Dean Kramer, and that should give us the Pittsburgh first 5 money line. Sorry. The reason I'm on the team total is basically Mitch Keller setting the tone here. This dude continues to get better as the year progresses. He seems to get better every single start. In his last 4 starts, ready for this? In Mitch Keller's last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 1.80, and he's got at least 6 innings in every single one of those starts. I'm sticking with the first 5 because the bullpen matchup's really one-sided. Baltimore's bullpen's been way better than Pittsburgh's. So I'm just going to take it out of the equation. Pittsburgh first 5 and the Orioles team total both ways. Beaver, where you at?
So I agree with the whole Pittsburgh thing. I'm definitely on that Pittsburgh money line. Well, I didn't even go first 5. I went full game money line at plus 132 for a half unit. But I'm going with the over of 8.5 because, yes, Mitch Keller has pitched pretty nicely lately. But who has he faced? Really, I mean, truly, who has he faced? He faced the Marlins twice, who, as we know, we're playing their first 5 team total under nearly every day. He faced the Colorado Rockies at Colorado, which I thought was extremely impressive. That was a genuinely good outing for Mitch Keller. But then the other team he faced, I'm getting it up right now, was the Philadelphia Phillies, who went to his cribbo and entering that game were in a hardcore lull. I'm not really sold by Mitch Keller. You saw in the starts before that, Yankees lit him up for 10 hits and 4 earned runs. Washington lit him up for 9 hits and 5 earned runs, and they aren't even good. And then Tampa Bay as well lit him up in the start before the Washington one. I think that he's due for a pretty bad start, and if you look at the last 7 righties versus Baltimore, 6.67 ERA, 1.72 whip. I think he gets hit a bit here, but on the other side of things, Dean Kramer is in a rut. The guy started off red hot, but in the month of July, 6.94 ERA, 403 WOBA, just a 25.3 ground ball percentage. That is extremely concerning to me. I'm not about it. And another reason I'm going with the over here is because if you look at the bullpens, right, Pittsburgh's bullpen's actually been quite good, second in ERA, but they're 23rd in OBP, 18th in slug, and 21st in WOBA. So I think they're due for a bad game. And then Baltimore, 6th in ERA, right? But 15th in OBP, 20th in slug, and 17th in WOBA. I'm really not seeing a low-scoring game here. History matchups, as Toast was showing me earlier, all lean towards an over. And I do like the over in this spot. I think both pitchers get hit. But the Pirates ultimately walk away with the victory here and make it 4 straight.
Toast, where are you at?
I am on another side, guys. Now, I agree with Beaver. I will have a half unit on that over. But for me, I'm just sick and tired of playing against Baltimore and getting it wrong. So I'm actually going to take Baltimore on a half unit on the run line at plus 130. First of all, everything that what they said about the pitchers is always correct. The same thing with Keller. I don't like the point where he's at with this competition. And then for me, Baltimore at home has been a play on for me. I do think they win their game, and 8 of their last 10 games at home have been by 2 runs or more. So when they win at home, they seem to win by margin. So half unit on the over, half unit on the Baltimore run line at plus money.
The Baltimore run line, I mean, I really think Baltimore has a serious advantage from the 6th inning on, just because we're talking about I think the Orioles have a top 5 bullpen in the league right now. And you're talking about the Pirates bullpen on the road, which, good Lord. So, I mean, I get the angle there. I think Mitch Keller is like head and shoulders better than Gray.
Fair.
I could probably agree with that. Yeah.
Next game, please. Nationals at Phillies. I'll go first because I think this one's pretty simple here. I'm on the run line for the Phillies. Give me Philadelphia minus 1.5 at plus 105 for a full unit. Don't get fooled by this pitching matchup here. I know a lot of people are going to try to tell you that Josiah Gray is an advantage over Kyle Gibson here. I don't think that's the case at all. I'm not saying Kyle Gibson is way better, but I think this is a really even matchup. In fact, I think Gibson might have the slight edge. I mean, Josiah Gray in the month of July had a 6.75 ERA. I know he saw some tough teams. He pitched in LA against the Dodgers, pitched against the Mets. I know that he saw some tough spots, but a 6.75 ERA over the course of an entire month is unacceptable if you're supposed to be some kind of ace. He's not pitching well at all. Here's the kicker, though, because he pitched against the Phillies twice this year. Both were relatively recent, and both those starts were really good. So even though he's been struggling the past month, he pitched against the Phillies on July 6th and June 18th. So he shut down the Phillies twice recently. Now, does that mean the Phillies are due to beat this guy? Or does that just mean that he has the Phillies number? He's going to continue to dominate them. Really, that's a personal call. I personally think the Phils are due to beat him. But the more interesting side to me is Kyle Gibson. He's had an okay year. But the reason I like him tonight is a large majority of this Nationals lineup has never, ever, ever seen Kyle Gibson before. Remember, this dude spent his career in Texas. He's a very new member to the NL. I think there's only 3 Nationals that have ever had an at-bat against Kyle Gibson. So I really think Kyle Gibson comes out and dominates. I'm on Philly minus 1.5 without a doubt. Toast, go ahead. Toast, go ahead.
No, okay. I couldn't disagree anymore. I thought, I'm kind of shocked. I'm going to go Nationals first 5 money line at plus 140 for a half a unit, and then Nationals team total over 3.5 at minus 115. First and foremost, the weather in Philadelphia. Fantastic looking weather tonight. Ballpark Pal has a 37%, plus 37% on the home run rates and all that good stuff. I don't understand what Sauce is talking about with Josiah Gray. Not only is he fantastic on the road, he's, as Beaver would say, pimped out this Phillies lineup. So as much we saw yesterday, like I said, we saw yesterday that the Nationals can score runs, and with the great weather today and whatnot, I mean, I guess Philly can win and stuff, but I'm taking the value with Washington in the first 5, and I think they get at least 4 runs today in the game.
Beaver? Sorry, my vacuum right now. It'll be done in a second.
You're talking staying on my guy Josiah Grain like this. Are we serious here? This guy
look at his numbers in July. What are you guys?
He played all those games. He played all the games at home, and then the one road game he plays is against the Dodgers. So that makes sense. Josiah Gray is a road monger. He's a road warrior. He's a man who simply deals on the road, and he's also a man that owns the Phillies lineup with a 176 OBP and a 483 OPS. Kyle Schwarber, he is 4 of 8 against Josiah Gray with a double and 2 home runs. I'll give you that. What is the rest of the lineup against Josiah Gray? Oh, they're 3 of 42. 3 of 42, the rest of the entire Phillies lineup against him. All because the Phillies lit up Paolo Espino's scrub ass yesterday, which, by the way, I couldn't disagree more with the analysis of Paolo Espino yesterday. He's been awful besides one game against the Dodgers. This is Josiah Gray. Yes, he has, Toast. Yes, he has. I'll dive into the numbers with you if you want. Yes, he has. Josiah Gray on the road owns a 612 OPS, just a 24.6 hard hit percentage. The only guy in this lineup that's going to be able to hit him, in my opinion, is Kyle Schwarber. And just like we've seen with the Phillies in the past, Kyle Schwarber will hit some solo home runs, but nobody else is going to do a damn thing. So give me the Washington Nationals plus 1.5 at minus 117. For 0.75 units. And another thing I didn't even get to mention because we didn't see him yesterday. How about that Phillies bullpen, huh? How about that Phillies bullpen?
It's an awfully hot coffee bot.
Really quickly, Josiah Gray's last 5 starts on the road. At LA, 5 innings, 3 runs. At Philadelphia, 6 innings, 2 runs. At Texas, 7 innings, 2 runs. At Miami, 5 innings, 0 runs. At Cincinnati, 6 innings, 1 run. Back to you, Sauce.
I'm just not buying into this whole magical. I use home away splits too, but just because dude looked horrible in his last start, horrible against Seattle. I'm not gonna pretend like, oh, we're on the road now, so that doesn't even matter. I didn't see it. Like I saw it.
I think
Phillies easy money. Next game.
Just wait till that bullpen comes in, baby.
Yeah, you got the Nationals bullpen. Well, actually, it's been
who you were just talking about as a top 10 bullpen yesterday.
To be honest with you, I didn't want to deal with that myself.
So next up is the Mets game. Let me scroll down. My games are in different order. All right, Braves at Mets. Who wants to start?
I'll go. Mets money line for a full unit. I don't care. Here, just first and foremost, I think the Mets are a better team. Okay, Taijuan Walker has been an absolute stud for them. And then even with Diaz pitching 6 outs yesterday, I don't think that Buck does that unless he has a plan for today. I don't trust Ian Anderson. I know he has decent numbers against the Mets lineup, but just 2 starts ago, he gave up 7 runs to the Angels. I just don't trust the Braves right now. I think they beat up on bad teams, but that's just my personal opinion. But I think the Mets are rolling right now, and they're going to win again today.
I'm on the Braves actually, but I'm not heavy on it. Just I have 2 bets, half unit each. I'm on Atlanta money line plus 120 for a half unit, and Atlanta team total over 3.5 at minus 130 for a half unit. I feel like Taijuan Walker is kind of a ticking time bomb right now, and I think the table's set for him to really get rocked tonight. His last 2 starts, both of them were shaky. Now, he was bailed out by good hitting in both of them, but his last 2 starts, both of them, I was watching those games, and I was not overly confident in Taijuan Walker. I know his numbers at home are just insane. Did I write them down? He's got a 1.93 ERA at home this year, so all the numbers point to and back up a Mets bet. Just for me, I really think that this series, the Mets will take this series 3-1. And the next 2 games are Scherzer and DeGrom over the weekend, and I think the Mets win both of them. So this would be the one they lose. Another thing, this Braves lineup is loaded. Although it hasn't performed to that level yet, that if you just look at their lineup on paper, you would think that's one of the best lineups in baseball. But it's really tough to lay off a team total at 3.5. So that's why I'm on that. And also, Ian Anderson just had the best month of his season He had a 4.01 ERA in July. So as much shit as we want to talk about him, he's throwing his best baseball right now. He already went into Citi Field and beat the Mets already this year. I don't see any reason why it's impossible that doesn't happen again. So I'm on the Braves 2 ways.
Beaver, check that line. I'm seeing 135s out there.
All right, we'll do 135. I think I saw it somewhere around there too.
I don't care either way. It's 5 cents. I just didn't.
Minus 139 is the consensus. Minus 139.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Sounds
Beaver,
good.
where are you at?
I'm not going with either side here. I think that there's valid points for both sides. I think Taijuan Walker, truthfully, I think he's going to deal here. And I also think that Ian Anderson has a pretty solid game as well, as he's owned the Mets throughout his career. And as you said, he is coming off his best start. I'm going to go with Taijuan Walker over Ks, over 4.5 Ks. That's at minus, I got a minus 120, but I think it's around minus, I don't know, 135 now. Let's put it at that. For a full unit. Simply put, the Braves have not seen a splitter this year. Fact. Go on Baseball Savant. They have not seen one splitter from a right-handed pitcher this year. That is Taijuan Walker's sweet spot. That's the K stuff. That's the whiff monger. I really like him in this spot, truthfully. Since June 10th, he owns a 24.8 K percentage compared to his weak 12.9 K percentage up to that point. He's hit his last 6 and 9 games, and we've seen Walker already hit this number pretty easily against high K percentage teams like Chicago, Miami, Cincinnati, the Angels. Now he plays Atlanta, who's second in K percentage. The last 10 of 13 righties against Atlanta have hit this total. And his last 2 games against the Braves, he went 8 and 7. The fact that they haven't seen the splitter, the fact that I think it works really well for him tonight, makes me think that there's going to be a lot of whiffs. When the Atlanta Braves swing, they swing to do damage. But at the same time, when they miss it, they find themselves in a lot of strikeout opportunities. And with the bullpen going how it did last night with Ottavino and then Edwin Diaz going 2 innings, I don't think that they want the bullpen to come out there too early. As long as Taijuan Walker doesn't get lit up, I think he goes at least 6 here. And if he could get just under 1K per inning, I think that that's a nice cash at the value.
I'm not so sure that we don't see Diaz today. I mean, like Sauce said, with Scherzer and DeGrom coming, never mind. I guess DeGrom's not going to go deep into the game. Never mind.
Yeah, who knows with that. All right, next game. Houston at Cleveland. I'll go first because it's quick. Yeah, I got 2 bets. Houston minus 1.5 at minus 125. Put that for 0.75 units. And then I'm also taking Cleveland first 5 team total under 1.5 at minus 105 for a half unit. That one's a little more on the risky side. I mean, Hunter Gaddis is pitching for Cleveland. If you've never heard of him, neither have I. So don't beat yourself up for that. This will be his first major league pitch tonight, making it extremely hard to consider a Cleveland Guardians bet against Framber Valdez on the road. This dude on the road has been a complete monster. He's 6-2 with a 2.04 ERA on the road this year. I mean, Cy Young type road numbers from Framber Valdez. And one more thing. Cleveland's lineup has gone cold against lefties recently. The last 2 weeks, 23rd in the MLB and OPS against left-handed pitching. So I don't think there's any reason Framber Valdez doesn't throw a 6 or 7 inning gem here. Happy on that first 5 team total under. And then I do admit that I think the this Astros price is a little bit fishy, but I mean Cleveland's been playing decent baseball, so that gives me maybe the line is correct. Maybe this isn't some sort of weird ass trap, but I'm on Houston.
Yeah, I'm on Houston.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, I'm on Houston too with the same exact bet spread. Simply put, Framber Valdez is a beast incarnate on the road, and now he's facing the Cleveland Guardians, who, yes, have been good against Springs, McClanahan, and the random scrub that they played yesterday. But Framber Valdez has some pitches that the Cleveland Guardians just can't hit. They can't hit a sinker. They're in the bottom 10 ranks of, not only K percentage, but also WOBA and stuff like that. And they can't hit his curveball, which is the second most used pitch. I was checking that out yesterday for Verlander. They simply can't hit it. Now you got a kid on the mound for Cleveland who's only had 10 innings in AAA. You heard that correctly. So Buddy pitched about, 40 or so innings in Double-A, moved up to Triple-A, pitched 10 innings, and now has to face the Houston Astros. That sounds like a very, very, very tough task in your first start ever. And I don't even think he had enough experience with the Triple-A to say that he was definitively good. Now you have to face a Major League Baseball team and one of the best of them. I don't know, man. I'm seeing an explosion today from the Houston offense, so give me the -1.5.
Toast, I almost guarantee he was on Houston with us.
Yeah, Houston -1.5 at -125 for a full unit. The only thing that I can add is that Cleveland has the 11th highest ground ball rate in Major League Baseball, and that's what that sinker does, is makes it hit the ball on the ground. That's what Framber wants you to do. So even if he does get a hit or a walk, you can just chalk up that 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So,
Yo, Beaver, turn your mic down a couple notches.
Bro, this fucking mic.
And put it to the next game first so we can start and then do that. Rays at Detroit. Toast, you want to go first? You're muted. Muted.
Sorry. I was checking my audio, listening too. I actually don't have a side in the game. I'm gonna go back to I know they didn't work for us yesterday. I'm gonna take the Tigers first 5 team total over 1.5 at +100 for 0.75 units. I know they screwed us here yesterday, but I guess I'm going to let Beaver go into the details of those numbers, but Kluber's worst spots on the road against lefties. He's going to see 7 lefties in the lineup today. I think they can get 2 runs in the first 5.
Yes, so I'm on the same bet for just a lighter unit total. Detroit first 5 team total over 1.5 +100, but only for 0.5 units. I'm not really in love with this game, and I'm not really in love with betting the Tigers to score against a righty, but I do really, really like the spot for them. And I would say the main reason is that I'm not also impressed with Mr. Corey Kluber. He has been phenomenal in his last 2 starts against Detroit. I'll give him that. But the guy's worst spot is on the road against lefties. 800 OPS. 343 WOBA. Nothing too impressive here. And July was a bit shaky for Mr. Kluber. He didn't look all too great, and I would go ahead and say 3 or 4 of those 5 starts, so I wasn't loving that. And then here's what really got me. Opponents in the last 8 of 9 games against Kluber have hit 2 total runs. Detroit's hit their last 4-6 games, and I know that's a very small sample size, but you'll essentially take whatever you could get with the Detroit Tigers. They are a misery to all of baseball, and I don't know. I just got a weird feeling about this, at least to score 2 runs. I hate them.
Damn. I'm on an island by myself. Tampa Bay -1.5, -115 for 0.75 units.
I don't hate that bet.
Yeah, neither do I.
I mean,
you guys were talking about Kluber, and that's what I was doing when you said it. I was looking at Kluber stuff, and you're not wrong. It definitely was a rocky July. I will add that 5 of his 6 starts in July were against AL East opponents. So Toronto, Baltimore twice, Boston twice. Well, Boston sucks, but still division rival. It's not so much Kluber that I'm looking at. I'm looking at this other man. His name is Brian Garcia. It's only his 2nd MLB appearance of the season. His first was against Toronto, and they got to him really quick. I expect Tampa to do the exact same thing. I would love to go with Tampa team totals or like a Tampa first 5. The thing is, the Rays bats have been so streaky and unreliable that I'm really just more comfortable, rather than isolating a specific group of innings, I'm really more comfortable just taking the full 9 to cover that 1.5, because it might take the Rays that long. If I had to put a lean on the total, I would lean under as well, but Tampa Bay -1.5 is my bet. All right, next game, White Sox at Rangers. I'll go first. I would love to go sharp and take Texas here, but you just can't. You can't do it. Dylan Cease is almost unhittable at this point, and Glenn Otto is almost unbettable at this point. I mean, I see no reason to try and overthink this and like try to go super sharp and take the Rangers. I'm not seeing any of it there, and we love betting the Rangers on this show. We do it all the time, but just not here. The Whites, and then to top it off, so the strength you want to see, if you're considering a Texas Rangers bet, the strength you want to see are those bats against righties, right? Because you know the White Sox can hit lefties, but you can steal on them, betting against them when there's a righty pitching. But recently, the White Sox bats have been even better against righties than the Rangers have. It kind of takes away their only weapon. If the White Sox are hitting righties better than Texas too, I really don't see any reason to bet the Rangers. Add on the fact that the Rangers bullpen has been trash and the White Sox bullpen is completely rested. It's probably my favorite game of the day. Give me the White Sox first 5. You ready, Beaver?
Is it the run line?
What? Both run lines.
Oh, hell yeah.
White Sox first 5 minus a half a run, minus 135 for 0.75 units. And White Sox minus 1.5 at minus 110 for another 0.75 units. I think I bet this game heavier than any other game.
Yep. You can copy and paste that, Beaver. No questions.
You know what someone said?
You're gonna say
in the
why?
Comments? Probably for Dylan Cease.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
What else am I gonna say?
Now, what were you gonna say, Kyle?
No, I was saying his reason is Dylan Cease. It's the same shit I said. That's why I didn't say anything.
You were saying somebody in the comments.
Oh yeah. So someone in the comments the other day, I think it was the day before yesterday, said that every time we all take the White Sox, it loses. And I don't know if that's true. It did happen once before. So, this will be the test. I don't know if it's happened twice, I'd say, okay, a pattern starting. So this will be a test to see if that theory's true.
This is my single favorite play on the slate. It's hard to put into words how much I love this play. I could talk about it so many ways. Here's one thing I'll start with. Cease has won his last 8 and 9 run lines. Whenever he's playing, not only does he shut the opposing team down, but they're winning run lines. What has Glenn Otto done since returning from injury? He's lost 6 or 7 run lines. Isn't that crazy? All the money's on the White Sox. The line has continued to move up. And then here's the last 3 righties that the White Sox have faced. They own an 8 ERA and a 1.83 whip. Glenn Otto's worst spot is at home against the righties. He's going to see 7 today. 111 OPS, 473 WOBA, and a fat 39 hard hit percentage. If the White Sox can't win this first 5 run line, I want Tony La Russa. I'm not even gonna say it. We're on YouTube, but Jesus Christ, bro, that man, he's my worst enemy because this White Sox team should be in the playoffs so easily by now. This is absurd.
Jackson finally.
Robert's back.
Finally makes it.
Robert's back. This would be a second game or whatever back.
I saw that Robert's back too, which is it's a much better boost. Now they got essentially the full lineup with Grandal back as well, even though he sucked. But maybe he gets a little litty today. We'll see.
I was saying Action Jackson is back. Dude's missed like 3 straight shows. I was thinking he found a better show on YouTube that he liked more than us.
That's not possible.
But he made it back.
That's not. Get out of here.
That's not possible. Better than us. Anyway, Blue Jays at Twins. I know I'm going to be on my own on this one, so I'll go first. All right, so Tyler Mahle has bad numbers at home, right? But that's when his home was the Great American Ballpark. This man pitches for the Twins now, so let's just ignore his home-away splits because he has a different home. We have no idea how he pitches at home for the Twins. We'll find out soon enough. Now, speaking of home-away splits, this is the most obvious one that everyone knows. Look at Jose Barrios' numbers on the road. I'm sure everyone watching is already familiar with this. Jose Barrios 6-0 with a 3.23 ERA at home. On the road, he's 2-4 with a 7.15 ERA. I think this is the most extreme difference between home and away splits from a starter in the MLB right now. Right? Is anyone as bad as that? Yeah. And by the way, we're deep into the season now. Jose Barrios has started 11 home games and 10 road games. It's not like this is late May where it's like, well, he only has 2 road starts. No, he started 10 road games and has a 7.15 ERA. 10 games is a pattern. That's enough. So that's really a large enough sample size for me to say, okay, we can consistently fade Jose Barrios on the road. We can do that because he's bad. Both of these bullpens have been good as hell, but the Twins bullpen is a little better rested. So I'm on the Twins both ways here, half unit each. Minnesota money line plus 108 for a half unit. and Minnesota first 5 money line plus 100 for another half unit.
That was beautifully
Beaver?
said, Kyle. That was beautifully said because I'm in the same boat here. Give me that Minnesota money line at plus 108 for 0.75 units. I'm all aboard the Tyler Mahle train. I've been saying for, I don't know, ever since Toast told me about his splits in the beginning of the year, I'm like, wow, get that guy out of Cincinnati, and we're going to see some good things for Tyler Mahle. And honestly, let's just treat this as a road game, right? Because it's his first start. We did that with Syndergaard yesterday, and what happened? He was on the road, and he got lit up by the Washington Nationals. Doesn't get more embarrassing than that, by the way. Let me just go ahead and put that out there for all the Philly fans excited about Thor. That was a pathetic debut to the Philly crowd. Tyler Mahle against righties on the road. 227 OBP, 627 OPS, 231 WOBA. I don't need to go into his expected numbers, but they're really, really good. And then you got Jose Berrios on the other side, who, yes, he pimped out Minnesota the last time you saw him, and he pimped him out the previous time you saw him. But I really think that this time on the road with the splits that are working against him, I think he's going to get eaten alive. The Minnesota Twins have been ice cold lately from the bats perspective, and I don't see a more fruitful opportunity for them to get things going against a guy they know, against a guy they already saw, and against a guy they honestly probably want to light up at this point after the last game. Pretty embarrassing. So I think that we see a fired-up Twins team, and quite frankly, I think that when I was looking at the Jose Berrios K line, they have it at 4.5. You want to know why? Because it's a blatant trap. It's because he's going to get lit up, because he's hit his past 5 straight games and has hit against the Twins all 3 times he's played them since he left. There's no reason for it to be 4.5. That's the one thing I can say I'm somewhat good at with this stuff in terms of live stream, reading pop lines to translate to games, and that's telling me all the way this is a trap.
All right, Toast, what do you think?
I think that I went back and forth on this game more than any other game on the board. I can see everything that I love how you talk about Mahle not being at home anymore and all that stuff. Like, I could not agree more. For me, it just comes down to who I think is a better team, because this is essentially, for me, a coin flip game. I'll give you the edge to Mahle as the starting pitcher, but with as bad as Berrios has been on the road, I'll give you guys that, but he's changed some of the things that he's done. So moving to the other side of the rubber and stuff like that, he's starting to pitch a lot better. Again, that hasn't been tested on the road here, but like Beaver alluded to, I don't know if the Twins are in current form enough to shake him up for that. So, and I also think if we get down into the bullpens, Toronto used a couple guys yesterday, but they still got their all-star Romano. They still got Simber, among other guys. Now, Minnesota does have Fulmer and Lopez, 2 guys that they just traded for, which would be their first times out. So I'm going to take Toronto on the money line for 0.75 units. Continue to ride the hot team since they've been with John Sherhold, their manager. 7-3 their last 10, 14-6 their last 20, while the Minnesota Twins are 4-6 their last 10 and 8-12 their last 20. I'm just going to continue to ride the Jays.
All right, so Toast is on Toronto, me and Beaver on Minnesota. Next, Reds at Brewers. Beaver, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with a player prop in this one. I'm going to go with Eric Lauer under 2.5 earned runs at minus 120. And I'll put 0.75 units on that bad boy. Yes, the last time that Eric Lauer saw the Reds, he got lit up. That is true. There's no denying that. But Eric Lauer is now at home, where he has been significantly better. He's gone under his last 4 or 5 games and now faces the Reds, who have been under in every single game they faced a lefty on the road except one. That was the first game of the season. This team cannot score against lefties on the road. They're 29th in OBP, 30th in OPS and WRC+, and they have the 5th highest K percentage with the 5th lowest walk percentage. I really don't like the spot for them in terms of the starting pitching matchup. Can they get to the bullpen? Absolutely. Milwaukee's pen has been awful. But Lauer's gone under in 6 to 8 home games this year, with the only 2 overs being the Rockies and the Cardinals, who both crank lefties. So I really like the spot for Lauer to have a nice bounce-back game here. I think that he's going to, honestly, avenge the Brewers, who just got swept by the Pirates. Jesus.
All right. Well, first of all, I don't buy a single word of what Beaver just said.
Please tell me you're on Cincinnati money line.
I'm on Cincinnati run line. I wanted the money line. So I'm on Cincinnati plus 1.5, minus 110 for a full unit. How can I back the Reds when they have a pitcher on the mound that I've never heard of? It's simple. Everything Beaver just said is horse shit. I know what the splits say. Eric Lauer is good at home. My ass. Look at this dude's last 2 home starts. They've been absolute shit. And I'm going to pull them up. I didn't write down what they were, but I know they're bad. All right. Oh, here's a gem right here. At home against the Colorado Rockies. We know what savages they are on the road. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 earned runs, 6 hits, 3 walks. Garbage. Oh, you know what? Maybe that was just a fluke. Let's scroll back one more home start. Oh, he's home against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 6 hits and a walk in just 5 innings. A loss. Loss to the Pirates there. Eric Lauer is not good at home. He's not good at all. The Brewers have lost 4 straight baseball games. They're scoring runs, and they still lost 4 straight baseball games. This team can't make it out, and now I'm going to take them after they're returning home from a road trip? No way. No way in hell. Meanwhile, the Cincinnati Reds have run 4 of the last 5 games. I've been riding the Reds for about a week now. I'm going to continue to ride them. Toast?
Yes. I love it. I love
Yes.
it. This is why we work so much well together. Give me the Reds on the money line at plus 190 for a half a unit, and the Reds on the run line at minus 102 for 0.75 units. Let's just take a step back and take the names out of the equation and stuff like that. We have the Milwaukee Brewers in. You can just check every box you want for bad situation. We have them coming home from a road trip, bad situation. We had them playing yesterday with the team against the team that didn't play yesterday, advantage. Also, guess what? The Brewers played extra innings yesterday as well. Another advantage, Cincinnati. And oh, by the way, Cincinnati may not be one of the best teams, but at the same time, Milwaukee is, they might have just be throwing in the towel. I'm not saying they are, but there might be just a point where they can't get this thing under control, trading Josh Hader. And now if you look at their bullpen, they've used Devin Williams the last 2 days. I know that 2 days ago, he only pitched a couple pitches, but he still got up and worked, and that counts as a day of work. So can they really pitch him 3 days in a row without Hader now? Like, I don't even know if that's possible. I just think that's crazy good value on a Cincinnati team that has nothing to lose and playing with house money. And like Sauce said, Eric Lauer hasn't been great at home. So if I'm going to get a huge plus price on a team like that, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And really quickly, I might have missed on the Rockies the other day, but hey, the Rockies won yesterday. So it's the teams like this can win at these levels. You just have to find your spots.
You hear that? You hear that, Beaver? You hear that, church? That's church right there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Score at the end of 5 is going to be 7-1, but I implore you guys. I hope you guys win.
Kyle, what's his name? Kevin Duggar?
I don't even know Buddy's name, but he's Ass Cheeks McDaniels.
Red Sox at Royals. Beaver, start us off.
And it's Robert. You can call him Dick.
Okay, I'll call him Dick. This is pretty simple for me. It's probably my most simple cap of the day. Yet Toast had to remind me of who I am and what I bet and what I believe here. Greinke under 2.5 earned runs every goddamn time. Give me that at plus 105 for 0.75 units. Everybody and their mother's going to run to the stat muse just like I do sometimes, and they're going to see, wow, Zach Greinke's last 2 starts against the Red Sox, he got lit up. That's fine. They were both on the road. You don't mess with my boy Zach Greinke at home. You don't. The man's a different animal. The guy's got a sub 550 OPS at home. Everybody that's come in there, every single person, he's made 8 home starts this year, have gone under this total. And I expect this flat Boston lineup, who's looked like absolute donkey dick over the past week or two, to come in here and light my boy up? No, absolutely not. The last 11 of 14 righties against Boston at their own cribbo have gone under this total. Greinke's the man. I expect him to just keep doing what he does. He's the man.
I'm on Kansas City first 5 money line minus 110 for 0.5 units, and Kansas City money line at minus 105 for another 0.5 units. I mean, Zach Greinke at home has Cy Young numbers. In his last four home starts, he's thrown 22 innings and allowed just 2 runs. And that's earned runs, regular runs, any kind of runs. 22 innings, just 2 runs in his last 4 home starts. Josh Winkowski is pitching for the Red Sox, and he was throwing really well. Keyword in that sentence is was. Dude is not throwing well anymore. He had a terrible July. ERA of 6.12 in July for Winkowski. I don't trust him at all. And so that explains why you would go Royals first 5. But if you're like, Kyle, what about the rest of the game? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Boston Red Sox have maybe a historically terrible bullpen right now. Putting up OPS numbers that I don't know if I've ever even seen on an analytics stat sheet before. So the Royals bullpen, even though it's bad, it's still way better than the Red Sox bullpen has been. Red Sox have the worst bullpen in baseball right now, period. Not one of the worst, the worst. I'm on Royals both ways.
I couldn't agree more. Royals first 5 money line for 0.75 units, just like they said.
That's at minus 110. First 5 money lines minus 110.
Do not mess with Greinke at home. That's all I can say.
He's an animal. He's a goddamn beast incarnate.
Next.
Okay. Oh, I love this one.
So do I. Beaver, go first.
All right. So I'm going a bit crazy here, but I do like my angle. I'm going to go ahead and go with the first 5 over at 4.5. First 5 over 4.5 at plus 100. I'm going to put 0.75 units on this bad boy. And I think that there's multiple reasons for this. First of all, Nestor Cortez can be touched on the road. Over his last 5 road starts, he's got an 877 OPS, allows 3 home runs per 9, Jesus, and has a 41.8 hard hit percentage combined with just a 29.1 ground ball percentage. That is not good. And the Cardinals, I don't know if you've heard this before, but they're cranking lefties. Since June 22nd, they're 4th in OBP, OPS, WRC+, and 7th in hard hit percentage against lefties. Last 8 lefties to face them, 6.31 ERA. Now, that's not good. But I'm not just going to fade Nestor Cortez here. I have to fade Dakota Hudson because this guy's a tragedy. Horrible numbers in small sample size versus the Yankees. We're talking about a 1.233 OPS. That's not sexy to me. And against right-handed batters, since the Cincinnati start, I would say that's about 8 starts ago, he's got a 7.56 ERA, an 8.72 OPS, 156 whip, and a 39.3 hard hit percentage. That is brutal as it gets. The last 7 of 10 first 5 overs for the Yankees have cashed. The last 9 of 13 overall first 5 overs for the Cardinals have cashed. I like the spot for some runs to be scored, especially in that first 5.
Toast, where you at?
Same bet for a half a unit, and then the over 8.5 for a full game for 0.75 units, and then Cardinals on the money line for a half a unit. I can't pass up the Cardinals at this price. I understand. I like the overs a lot more, but the Cardinals at this price against the lefty at home, and I'm not so sure if I trust. And I'm not even saying just because they lost to Seattle. I just think that teams are going to go through down times during the year. That doesn't mean I think that the Yankees are going to be a bad team and all that stuff. But I just think that the Cardinals are rolling right now, and I don't trust that Yankees bullpen at all. So if you're going to give me a huge plus price with a team that can kill left-handed pitching, I'm going to take it.
So I have 3 bets, and they're all going the St. Louis way.
Hell yeah.
So I'm St. Louis first 5 plus a half run at minus 115 for a half unit. St. Louis money line plus 135 for another half unit. St. Louis team total over 3.5 at minus 110 for another half unit. The Cardinals' numbers against lefties are insane. We could say right now that the Cardinals, I think we could say the Cardinals are the best lineup in baseball at hitting left-handed pitching. We're deep enough into the season where I think we could say that. They're first in the last 2 weeks in OPS, so not only are they hot, but they've been right up there all season. His team murders left-handed pitching. I know Nestor Cortez, it looks like he's putting that little slump he was in behind him. He's in a really tough spot here pitching in St. Louis. Also, I know everyone's going to see Dakota Hudson and bet the Yankees, but Dakota Hudson actually has really good numbers at home. He's 4-2 with a 2.98 ERA at home. So even if you hate Dakota Hudson, you can't ignore those numbers. I'm all over the Cardinals here, no doubt.
Dakota Hudson.
And I know another
blows.
thing. 4-2 with a 2.98 ERA at home,
I was
man.
gonna say, Beaver. I don't know, man. I mean, yeah.
Dakota
I
Hudson
played
blows.
the overs because I think that I think the Cardinals are gonna score a lot of runs. I was
Another
That's
debating.
the hope.
Another thing, so the Yankees, we all know they have, I think, the second best record in baseball now because the Padres passed them, but they're just 29-21 on the road. The Yankees have been dominating at home. They're 41-15 at home. On the road, they're just 29-21. So the Yankees on the road are definitely a different team. That you have to cap the Yankees differently on the road. They're not one of the elite teams. They're one of the better teams on the road. I think they're on the road record. They're 8th in the MLB rather than 1st or 2nd. So
Another
Yankees
thing I
are
want.
2-7 their last 9 on the road.
Another thing I want to say is over the past, I want to go ahead and say 20, 25 games, the Yankees are just 500. You have to think about how they're priced normally due to their success for the past 2 or 3 months. I mean, they're getting heavy favorites. So if you're betting the other side and they're only hitting at a 500 rate, you're making money fading the Yankees. I don't understand
you're
the
making a
hardcore
lot
people.
of money.
Yeah, I don't get the people that are like, duh, you're donating. Like, I don't think that's the case. And I mean, I'm not a Yankees guy, but I'm just saying, like,
I
just
bet
a
against
point
the
to be
Yankees.
made.
They said that every single time. I bet against the Yankees all 3 games in Seattle, and the Yankees smashed 1 time. I mean, Cardinals versus left-handed pitching at home, 8-3 their last 11. New York can't win on the road, 2-7 their last 9. I mean, at a big plus price, whatever. Get out of here.
What? This fucking guy.
Next game, Rockies at D-backs. I'll go first. I don't really like this one, but I know that backing the Colorado Rockies bats on the road is a really tough sell. But Arizona's got mad bum throwing. And number one, the Rockies have been significantly better at hitting left-handed pitching than they have at hitting right-handed pitching. So that's already, we're off to a good start. Second thing is German Marquez on the mound for the Rockies. His ERA 6.10 at home, but it drops all the way down to a respectable 4.20 on the road. Still not great, but I trust Marquez. I liked him a lot. I cashed a lot of bets on him last year, so he kind of holds a sentimental place in my heart. He's been better on the road this year. It's weird because last year he was better at home, but that's what he's doing this year. Madison Bumgarner had a really shaky July. He's aging. I think he's starting to fade as the season progressing. He's not on a playoff team. I really think that he's going to have a rough couple months to finish the season. And I think the Rockies, despite having such a bad lineup on the road recently, I actually think they score some runs today. So I'm going to stay away from the bullpen because the D-backs bullpen has been sneaky good. Just give me Colorado, first 5 money line at -105 for 0.75 units. That's it for me here.
Yeah, so this could be the death of me, but I'm on the opposite side for sure. Just as Zach Greinke is a beast at home, so is Mr. Madison Bumgarner. All I'm seeing from Madison Bumgarner at home is good start after good start. I know he had a rough July, that is true, but let's go ahead and look at some of those games. The rough starts are all on the road, people. They're all on the road. The San Diego start, on the road. 5 innings pitched, 4 earned runs allowed. Atlanta, 4 earned runs allowed, but that's through 6 innings, 8 hits. You go ahead and you look at him at home, and he faced that same San Diego team, only allowed 1 run through 5. Colorado, last time he faced them at home, 2 runs through 7 innings, and then he faced Washington with Bell and with Soto, and only allowed 2 earned runs and 4 hits through 8 innings. Madison Bumgarner at home is very nice, and how has he done against the Colorado Rockies at home? Exceptionally. The last 3 times he faced Colorado at home, he's 3-0 with a 1.59 ERA, 0.76 WHIP, and has only given up 1 run per game. The Arizona bats are pretty hot right now. We saw it. They lit up Tristan McKenzie. They destroyed Cal Quantrill. And I think I'm over the point where they can only hit lefties. They're hitting righties, too. I like German Marquez a lot. I really do, especially on the road. But I think this game is going to come down to the bullpen. And really, I think that the Diamondbacks bullpen is the way stronger unit. I'm going to go with the Arizona money line at 0.75 units. And then I'm also going to go with Bumgarner. 1 second. Under 2.5 earned runs, and I'm getting that at a respectable plus 110. 0.5 units on that one. The last time I played it, it was a goddamn beauty, and I'm just happy to have him back at home again. Colorado, right? They've gone under against lefties on the road their last 6 to 8 games, and then if we want a bigger sample size, their last 11 to 16 games. It doesn't even matter that they're facing lefties at this point. On the road, they're just such a bad team at hitting the ball. I'm just not buying into them really scoring that many runs off Bumgarner. If anything, I would lean towards the first 5 under. But I like the bullpen for Arizona. Don't like the bullpen for Colorado. And I think that both of these bets cash. Nice.
Sean Reddit said he used to be mad. Now he's just a bum.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Corniest dad joke of all time. Toast, where are you at this game?
I kind of see both sides, to be dead honest with you guys. I ended up taking Rockies on the money line just because of the plus money. I understand all the points you guys made, but again, it's not one of my favorite plays. It's only for a half a unit. I trust Marquez. I think he goes pretty well into this game. So coin flips at the end. I'll take the Rockies.
Cool. Next game. San Diego at Los Angeles, and I'll go first. This is going to be quick. Dodgers minus 1.5 at plus 130 for a half unit. Dodgers first 5 minus a half run at minus 120 for another half unit. Yeah, Tony Gonsolin has not been the same recently, but I'm not going to let that scare me off what looks to be an extremely good value here. Also, let's keep in mind that even a slumping Tony Gonsolin is still better than Sean Manaea. Gonsolin just had the worst month of his season, right? He had a 4.40 ERA in July. It was the worst month of the year by far for him. He was still better than Sean Manaea in July. So he's even if he comes out and we see the worst of Gonsolin, he'll probably still be the better pitcher today. I don't like Sean Manaea at all. Dodgers also second in the MLB in OPS against left-handed pitching over the past 2 weeks. The Dodgers lineup right now is as hot as a lineup can get. Just riding these hot bats. Dodgers 2 ways. Toast, what do you think?
I think that I'm a fool for betting against the Dodgers yesterday. Dodgers minus 1.5 at plus 130 for 0.75 units. Look, I'm not. The only reason that I'm not playing the first 5 is that I think that there might. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking this. But they have like a Vin Scully celebration today, so I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of a flat spot for the Dodgers. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy into it because I'm trying. Just like yesterday, I found a way to get off the Dodgers and I shouldn't have. So it's Tony, the rent payer Gonsolin, on the mound on 3 straight starts that he hasn't looked that great. If he looks bad again today, then maybe we could start fading him. But there's no way in hell I'm backing Sean Manaea here. Not in a big game, not in a big spot, not the way that the Dodgers have been rolling right now. No chance in hell.
I already talked to Beaver, so I know his bet for this one. He's taking Sean Manaea over 3.5 walks and over 4.5 full counts in the game.
I'm doing a walk parlay on this one. No, I'm actually riding with the same shit as Kyle, honestly. Bro, everybody's talking about how the big bad Padres are going to come out and make a statement and all this stuff. All the money's on the Padres and the line hasn't budged. So, I mean, I'm not seeing it. And have you guys seen Sean Manaea against the Dodgers? I mean, we're talking about some pretty ugly numbers. 936 OPS. His last start against them at his own cribbo, he gave up 6 earned runs and 2 bombs, along with 3 walks through 4.1 innings. He's so bad, bro. He's so
sucks.
bad.
He
And dude,
sucks.
just look at the last 9 lefties against the Dodgers. I mean, it's murder's row here. We're talking about a 9.72 ERA and a 1.89 WHIP. I didn't say the last 3 lefties against the Dodgers. I said the last 9. That is a huge sample size in terms of the baseball world. And I mean, Tony Gonsolin against the Padres, 3-0. 0.69 whip, 1.73 ERA. I know that they added Soto and Bell. I get it. But honestly, it seems like every time the Padres have to make a statement against the Dodgers, they shit their pants. We saw Soto and Bell yesterday get 2+ hits each. What did everybody else do? Oh, yeah, they only scored, 3 runs? And only 1 through the first 5 against Kyle Freeland? Come on now. This is a big-time bounce-back spot for Tony Gonsolin. Toast made me a believer. I'm going to believe in him tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Also, the Dodgers have a much better first base coaching than the Padres.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely, no question. I mean,
Mhm.
just take a look at the Mets this year. They take the Padres' first base coach, and now they're just winning like crazy. Shout out to
I'll
Kirby.
tell-
It just makes you wonder what. It just makes you wonder what the Detroit Tigers could be if they had a decent first base coach.
Dude, I've been saying that on the message boards for months now.
Dude, I'm
For
telling you,
those of you who aren't following, we make fun of first and third base coaches all the time because they're useless.
well, David Cora turned the Mets franchise around. Everybody says, oh, Uncle Steve. Nah, David Cora, third base coach, legend. All right, on to the next
For
one.
real.
Final
I think it's
game.
the last game.
Yes, sir.
Angels at Mariners. Beaver, why don't you start us off for the last game?
Oh, I'm having the hardest time making a read on this game. I don't know what to do, honestly. I feel like Patrick Sandoval should have a really nice start here. And I also feel like Robbie Ray should have a really nice start here. I don't know. I was talking with Toast earlier, and I felt like he was leaning towards the Angels, but now I feel like things have reversed. It's a weird world. I'm just going to go with the under at 7, honestly, because I like both the pitchers. I don't trust exactly both of the I wrote that for Toast, my bad. I don't trust both of these offenses necessarily. And honestly, I know Robbie Ray's looked pretty rough his last 3 starts, but have you seen the Angels on the road against the lefty? Death spot.
Toast?
Yeah. He was right. Because I already know the way that Sauce handicaps. I guarantee an Angel first 5 bets coming. But I like it. I was almost there. But I don't know, man. I think that the way that Robbie Ray's been pitching, that anybody against that's not named Texas is pretty damn good. So I'm going to take the Mariners on the run line at plus 115 for a half a unit. Don't love it, but I just cannot get there with the Angels. I tried. I really did too.
This game's stinky cheese. I would rather watch the fucking Hall of Fame game on repeat.
Real quick, how far did you guys make it in the Hall of Fame game? I didn't even make it to kickoff. I put on the Mets Braves, and I was like...
Dude, as soon as I saw my boy Davey Vogelback just cranking it, I was like, all right, bud, let's watch that.
Dude, folks. So anyway, this is going to cash. Give me the Angels money line at plus 166 and the Angels first 5 money line at plus 152. Both for a half unit. So actually, a lot of people don't know this. The Mariners were adopted. Their real father, his name is Patrick Sandoval. He has dominated this Mariners team this year. Pitched great against them in both outings. Not to mention, this Patrick Sandoval guy is just flying under the radar. People forgot that he's nice as hell. He's real nice. I mean, he's got an ERA in the 3s on the road, at home. Just no one, this poor guy gets no love because he plays on such a dog shit team that doesn't take care of their people. That lineup is going to take care of them tonight. The Angels are going to win this game, and I am unwilling to lay any sort of number close to minus 200 with a team going against a pitcher that they can't hit. I'm on the Angels.
How
Also,
many?
to your point,
What? You
also
go.
to your point, really quickly, Seattle's coming back from New York off of a road trip.
It's a long trip, AJ. It's 3,000 miles.
No, I'm just putting a little poke and a jab in here. When's the last time Patrick Sandoval won a game?
He personally won or pitched well enough to win?
No, I mean, well,
Oh!
Ooh, good question.
no,
Good
both,
question.
both, because Buddy hasn't recorded a win since May 22nd, and he hasn't won a game since
Oh, you know what?
June 18th.
You're right, Beaver. This game in Baltimore, he just sucked. 6 1/3, 1 run, 10 Ks. They lost 1-0. That's his fault.
It's
He
not
sucks.
him. You're just
He
fading.
sucks.
You're fading
I was on the
Robbie.
Angels that game. That sucked.
I'm not saying Pat Sandoval stinks at all. I'm just saying his teammates, they're never gonna pick up for him. They have no
And
respect.
to answer
They're a
your question-
classless organization.
Beaver, to answer your question, your own question, when's the last time Patrick Sandoval won a game? The last time he pitched in Seattle. That's when. Oh! Set yourself up!
right,
His last win was
listen.
at Seattle.
I'm not against
Wow.
Patrick Sandoval dealing. I'm hoping for a pitching battle here.
All right, so that's an awfully hot.
Coffee
That was
pot.
a real hot coffee pot.
It's an awfully hot pot. Toast, would you like to dish out your hit parlay?
Yeah, I'll dish out another winner like we did last night. Mookie Betts. Black.
I mean, who is this fucking guy?
It's a hit parlay, talking like he's the fucking man. I guess I'll bless you with another fucking winner.
It's the same group of characters, guys. Mookie, Vlad, Guerrero Jr., Tim Anderson, Starling Marte, coming black at plus 260.
Coming black, nice.
Coming black at plus 260.
Did I say black?
Yeah, I said coming black.
Damn.
So Betts, Vladdy, Anderson, and who's the fourth guy?
Starling Marte. To Marte.
And what's the odds?
I have.
Plus 260.
So there's Toast hit parlay. I have a parlay that it literally can't miss. This is. I'm gonna take a sip to this one because this is just nothing but free money. It's a 4-legger.
4 leg.
Ready for this?
Hammerhead
Oh,
shark. Hold on.
Jesus,
There we
now we got a Bitcoin bot in the fucking comments.
Let me mute him. I'm sorry.
Look at all those emojis, baby.
Okay, so Phillies money line, Astros money line, Rays money line, and the Chicago White Sox money line. It comes out to be plus 428. You can spend this money already because it will not miss. It probably will miss. In case there's new viewers that don't know I fuck around like that, it probably will miss. It probably will miss, but I do like it, I swear. The confidence is real. Me saying it won't miss is bullshit. Beaver, you have nothing to offer the viewers besides that stupid look on your face, right?
I give them picks to fade every time I'm on here. As you can see, I live in the red. I was literally molded by it, so that's what I give you guys. Just a plethora of red picks. You have to sort through that, and whichever one you choose to fade will likely land you some money.
Yo, Jaden Williams, who is always supporting in the comments, says, "Yo, Beav, you owe us a parlay."
Oh, you better give it out, Beaver.
All right,
He's
I
like,
mean,
I don't have one. I don't know what to say.
nah, I mean, should I go like extra spicy on this one?
Yeah.
Give us a K parlay from the dome.
A
This
K
is from the
parlay
dome.
from the dome.
He
Jesus
did not-
Christ, this is like asking me to freestyle. I don't know about all this.
Yeah.
All right.
Give him a beat.
All right, let me go on FanDuel real quick, and I'm concocting one as we speak. I'm not gonna know the odds unless I put it together.
I'm putting it together right here. I have it open.
All right, Mitch Keller to record, let's say 5Ks.
Okay.
Let's do Taiwan Walker to record 5K. The people are asking for a walk parlay. I'll concoct one for tomorrow's show.
Never asked for that touche.
So,
Parlay.
Yeah, so Tyler Walker, 5Ks. Let's do Dylan Cease. Let me check what his actual line is at. Let's
7.5.
Let's do 7Ks for Cease. They're really sneaky with those lines. Maybe we'll just go one under. And then let's also go with Robbie Ray. Oh, Robbie Ray. Okay, and we're gonna do 7Ks for him.
Whoa, I like it.
All right. Well, mine came. I did 7.5 for Cease and 7.5 for Robbie Ray. Mine came out to plus 829.
Dude,
so yours
fuck
is
it.
gonna be slightly.
Fuck it. Okay. Should I type on the
This should be a new
screen?
segment. This should be a new segment. Strikeout parlay from the dome from Beaver.
All right.
Well, yeah. So yeah, Ray's 8 plus. Cease 8 plus. Well, it's over 7.5. It's the same thing. So
It's the same
Yeah.
thing. On FanDuel, you'd put it in like this. And what's that fourth one?
No.
Oh, Taiwan Walker.
Walker over 4.5. And that comes out to be 829.
I mean, that's...
That'll be a heater. That'll be a heater.
I'll be putting.
Call
All
that,
right.
call that the blister Band-Aid Von Nelson. That shit's hitting.
All right. So we're at 5:05, and I still got to give the VIP stuff out. A couple extra parlays going to that, along with the top bets and the bet of the day. You already know how we do it on the app. So I got to get that out. Thanks everyone for joining. Awesome. Friday shows are always great. We always get a ton of viewers, and so tomorrow let's plan it out. You know what? Let's just skip those day games. Let's do 2 p.m. We'll miss the Mets game. Oh, doubleheader for the Mets. Doubleheader. Whoa, that's weird. I didn't even see that. Whatever. So anyway, so we'll go 2 p.m. So we'll miss the Mets game, and then we'll start the show off with a quick Cubs-Marlins pick. But really, on the show, the content's going to start on that Mariners-Angels game at 4:10 p.m. That's where we'll really start. So 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We'll be here.
The
Everyone
Angels game's a doubleheader too, just so you know.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
God, I
Angels,
hate
Mariners,
that.
Angels, Mariners, Mets, Braves, doubleheaders.
There's 17 baseball games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jesus. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll see you then. Hopefully, when we see each other tomorrow, all of our bank accounts will be fatter. Hit us up on Twitter if you need it. Well, hit them up on Twitter if you need anything. I will have a great night. Let's cake up.
Good luck on your bets, Chief. Good luck.
Good night, guys.
Good luck on your bets.
Yeah.
Did we already? Where's the go live thing?
What's wrong with saying good luck on people's bets?
Are we still live though?
I mean,